name is Father Justin Dossou Yovo. I'm coming from Benin. This small country. No. I will say far. Too small. Small, too small. A country of 10 million as a population. And from there, I'm working in Uganda, down there. Yeah. It is too small. So now I'm working in Uganda. I'm going to tell you a bit my story of vocation. When I was a child, small in the primary school, my target was to play football. And my parents, they were very strong Catholics. And my father and my mother, they used to oblige us to go to Mass, for Mass every Sunday. If it happened that my father works on Sunday, instead of going for Mass, I go to play football. That was up to when he realized that sometimes Justin was not going for Mass, he was going to play football. So the law was, if you don't go for Mass, you don't eat in the house. That was the punishment. And then I started going for Mass. On Sunday, when he comes from work, he will ask, did Justin went to pray? They will say yes or not. When they say no, he will beat me first, and I will not eat of punishment. And finally, I started taking Mass seriously, because if I don't go for Mass, I will not eat and they will beat me. So I was going for Mass. And at the end, the priest who was coming to our house was a Comboni missionary. Father Giri Bruno was coming to our house to see my father and my mother. And they told him that anytime you are coming for Mass, make sure that Justin is at your side to as a altar boy. So he was managing me, I was serving the Mass, a bit by bit. So what attracted me more in his life at the end was the cassock he was wearing. So myself, I said, I want to wear a cassock also. That was how I got to know that becoming a priest is something good. So as I said, I want to wear a cassock. And when he was going to pray, even outside in the stations, he will come to the house and pick me. So I was going with him all the time. And at the end, I was getting used to how he used to celebrate Mass. As a child, maybe I don't know how to explain it very well in the American system. P5 or P4, P5 in the primary school, 4 or 5. I started celebrating Mass by myself in the house. So I gathered all the children in the state, in the apartment, and then my parents, they used to give me, we say 15 francs. It is a small money that time. So I used to go and buy biscuits, and then I gathered them. The children, when you are giving them biscuit as a communion, they are happy, so they come. So I used to celebrate Mass, but one day I said I have to wear Jezebel. And then I went to pick the clothes of my mother, take a scissors, and then I cut to wear that. And then she was not there. She went for Mass. She went out. When she came, she saw me with the clothes of her, and then she was annoyed, and she got me and beat me. So after that, I start now getting used to how to go to Mass every day. Then I said, I want to become a priest. And then to become a priest, I have to be with the fathers. So at the time, the Comboni, they were in Togo that time. They were not having a formation house so that I may go there and start. When I finished the primary school, they said, okay, now we send you to a seminary so that you continue. But my father said, no, I want my child to go to seminary in Benin, not in Togo. That was how I jumped from Togo to Benin. So I started the seminary from there. But the Combonis, they were following me every time for the book, helping me for everything. My seminary fee, they used to pay everything. Up to when I finished the secondary school and they entered into the major seminary. When I was in the third year in the major seminary, they opened the formation house that time. I was finishing philosophy already. So they opened the formation house, and the bishop did not allow me to go to the Combonis in the formation house. So I have to finish my seminary before I finish philosophy and finish theology, before coming to the Comboni seminary. So I went to the postulancy, and then I went to the novitiate, and then I went to the scholasticate to continue studying. And then after, I was an ordained priest. Before I was an ordained priest, the general administration called me and said, they need you in Uganda. But to apply, I asked to go to Malawi or South Africa. Those are the two countries I proposed. And they sent me to Uganda. Said they need you in Uganda, so you have to go. When I went to Uganda. What happened is that they sent me to a parish in Aliwan. It's a very deep where the rebels of Kony, they were killing people. So from that moment, I got a shock. I was just ordained priest in 1996. Sent there, and then they were killing people. So I went there. That was my first experience of being missionary. But when I went there, the shock was the rebels, they used to come. When he was talking about the Karamojoni, we were afraid of the Karamojoni because they used to come there and kill people there. And I was afraid, but finally, the day they were coming, I moved from Aliwan to Lira, to another town, 65 kilometers. So when I moved, that was the time they came and they killed all the people around. The children, the women, all of them around. And the soldiers who are trying to help us, they kill all of them and their wives. That's the first time in my life I was seeing dead body on the ground. Children, women, soldiers. And then after, we started sleeping in the bush. In the bush, up to when they moved me from there to another place. And then I was so happy to be in another place. But what happened is I am happy. And then I want to thank you because he was saying that I have been wrong. So I want to thank you for your prayers we are in the mission. But when we are in the mission, working in the difficult area, we need the prayer of coming from you, which can support us, give us strength to continue giving the words of God. So thank you very much. I've been so long. I am not yet finished, but anyway.